James did all of that. The upcoming Mind Your Game podcast with Steve Nash to disguise what his real agenda was, which was to address me. Because he continues to lie to the world about what I said and who I was pointing the finger at. To regurgitate an obvious point, when I talked about Bronny James early in the season, and I highlighted the fact that at that particular moment in time, he simply was not ready, I was calling out LeBron James. LeBron James never addresses that with anybody, and for some reason, no one ever asked him about that. Wasn't it you who said that Bronny James was better than some players in the NBA right now before he was even drafted? Wasn't it you who said, if you want me, draft my son because you wanted to play with your son for 1 year? Wasn't it you who literally circumvented meritocracy within the National Basketball Association and got the entire media world in the NBA and, of course, the Lakers organization to buy in on that? LeBron James did all of that. That is the person I was talking about as a father, not the father in Brentwood or Bel Air or wherever else he has homes. I'm talking about the father that shows up at crypto.com arena. Last time I checked, Bronny James is a professional basketball player. LeBron James went on national television yesterday and lied. He said that I have no problem with you talking about the game. What did I say about Bronny James other than at the time he wasn't ready? Pleading with LeBron James as a father, stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. We love what we're seeing from him in the G League because that's where you belong. As you hone your skills and you get better and you legitimately earn, which I believe he has the potential to do, I am rooting for Bronny James. But right now, Bronny James is averaging 0.3 points, 0.3 assists, and 0.4 rebounds. How are you doing him favors? We know that he's not ready yet.
I said nothing else. So if that's the issue, and I pointed to LeBron James and the fact that you've circumvented a meritocracy just to get your wish at the expense of the credibility of the league in a lot of people's eyes, that's talking about you. That's not talking about your son.
Hold on. Welcome to Real Talk with Kingsley Ogwudire. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so. And this is Real Talk, so we're just going to keep it moving. Now, first of all, I want to tell people that I have a thick skin. I'm not emotional about anything. You know, people tend to, it's funny, the people that tend to accuse you about being emotional about things are the ones going off and whatever. I state facts. When I'm coming at you with something, I'm coming at you with facts. I'm not just talking out of my ass. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And especially when it's basketball. I happen to know a little bit of basketball. If nothing else, I've had solid experience where I know basketball. So when I tell you something, you may not want to believe it, but it's pretty much the truth. Now, this is going out to all the LeBron fans that's been attacking me for whatever reason. Every time I say something about LeBron, you guys come on my page and go crazy. Oh, you never criticized Jordan. Yes, I do. I've criticized Michael Jordan. See, this is the problem. When you guys like somebody, you like him through thick and thin, all kind of nonsense. I'm not that person. For instance, I think Michael Jordan's a terrible GM. He's a terrible GM. He made a lot of, decisions. I'm like, man, goodness gracious, dude. If anybody else would have got fired, but he was the owner. He's the GM. Charles Barkley criticized Jordan on his decision making. He stopped talking to Charles Barkley. You know what I mean? I thought that was petty, and I talked about that. So his son is a drug addict. I did a whole show on the kid, with the older women, that he running around with, snorting this and snorting that. Yes, I talk about everybody and anybody that knows me, whether it's my teammates. Man, we played the dust. I talk about I don't isolate and I'm gonna talk about you and only you. No. And I'm not gonna do it on my show. If you wanna watch, watch. If you don't wanna watch, keep it moving. But if you make a comment and it's something that I disagree with, I have my own opinion. That's what I'm here for. So don't get your butt hurt and, talking nonsense, oh, do this and that. Man, all these people on the keyboards, typing away, I'll do this, I'll do that. Oh, you are an idiot, you this. Come on. I'm minding my own business. I'm not on your page. I'm on my page where I have the freedom to say and do what I want to say. Get your own page, right? Talk your shit on your page. I won't bother you. You can talk about Jordan all you want. I'm not the Jordan defender. I don't have a freaking flag, I got to go defend Jordan like you guys are doing with LeBron. Wrong is wrong. When somebody is wrong, he's wrong. What he did to Stephen A was wrong. He's a media guy. He's supposed to criticize you. When he, praised you, oh, you scored 40,000 points in your career, praised you, and this, you like that. But if you commit a turnover and he says, oh, LeBron cost him the game, oh, it's wrong. You bullied to get your son on the team. How does everybody think? This is the craziest thing that I have ever seen in my life. Sports is supposed to be the one place. It's an equal level playing field. Yes, okay, you can get him at tryouts, right? You get him at tryouts. So you know somebody, get him at tryouts. He's the highest paid G Leaguer. Bronny is the highest paid G Leaguer. Now, the Lakers, I believe, made a business decision. They knew the marketing aspect of LeBron and his son. They're not stupid, So, yeah, I understand, them drafting them. Like, okay, but you don't draft him and put him in the NBA. He ain't earned that. Come on. Go to the G League, develop, get better, come back. That's what everybody said. All of a sudden, everybody's a monster for saying that he should go to the G League and it's hate. How is it hate? I was having a debate with someone. They actually said, oh, the kid has suffered so much. Poor Bronny. Poor Bronny. This kid's been making millions of dollars, since he was probably in junior high school. Poor Bronny. Oh, he had a sickness, a heart element. Yes, very scary. And I'm so glad that he survived and recovered. Everyone is. Anyone would be a monster to wish ill on another kid or another person. That would be wrong. Yes, he recovered. But is that because he had a heart problem? Oh, that makes him even more qualified. It's amazing. Let's give him a job now. Normally, professional teams, when you have a heart problem, they stay away from you. Oh, no, something might go wrong. We don't want to deal with that. It doesn't make you more attractive. It's like a girl with a big old bump on her face. It's not, oh, look at that bump. She is sexy. No. So all these clowns, they want to, defend LeBron for whatever he does, no matter what he does. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not saying that LeBron's not a good player. He has his faults. This man got on TV. Well, he got on his social media and wow, and tweeted, oh, Bronny, you can, is much better than half of these NBA players or all these NBA players. So people, I tell you, you guys need to calm down. When your hero does something wrong, you got to check him. This man didn't have to run up on Stephen A. Smith at the game. If he had a problem, what did Stephen A. say wrong? He blamed LeBron for putting his son on the spotlight. When you talk about your son is better than half of these NBA guys right now. That's what he said when he was at USC, averaging 4 points a game. That he was better than half of these NBA guys right now. He can help half of the NBA right now. And then you said that you wanted to play with your son, forced the Lakers to draft him. But like I said, they made a business decision. And there's nothing wrong with their decision. They sold $55 million worth of jerseys of Bronny James jersey. He outsold his dad's rookie jerseys. Yeah, 55 million plus. You know, his salary is only 1.3, 1.4 million a year. Good business decision. It's not a basketball decision though. Everyone acts like, oh, it's a basketball decision. You know, I have some clowns that, you know, oh, you couldn't get 17 points in the NBA. You couldn't do this. Yeah. Keep believing that. You know, keep believing that. Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, but I guarantee you this. You know, my daddy didn't put me on the team and let me, have 20 shots a game to practice. No matter what you do wrong, you don't come out the game. You know, yeah. That's not the same situation. Let me tell you something about basketball. I grew up playing basketball. The more they give you shots, the more you play, the better you get. So when someone, tells you that, you know what, if you leave Bronny James put him on the NBA team, give him the green light, come down, do whatever you want, I guarantee you by his second season, yes, he's going to be balling. But so will every other NBA player that you have out there. If you give him the green light, let him go practice. What do you think these players, sit on the bench and they go to another team where they get an opportunity and they flourish. And you say, oh my God, I didn't know there was a superstar there. It's not that it's not that Bronny James doesn't have the capability, that he couldn't do it. We're not looking at him saying, oh, he is never going to be a basketball player. That would be ridiculous. But when you guys get butthurt, because, his first how many games he couldn't hit threes, right? He was like, oh, for like whatever. When they bring it up, it's not something for you to, oh, he's hating on the Sun. He's hating on the Sun. No, we're reporting the Sun. Just like when he scored 17 points. Showed every bucket he made. Boom, 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 boom. Look at this. He hit 17 points. Bronny went out for 30 in the G League. Wow, look at that. We report it. So when LeBron, and this is what I found the most coward shit ever. Brian Windhorst is not one of my favorite reporters. I don't even care for the guy. I mean, he's Brian Windhorst, Windy. I like his reporting sometimes. He tends to be, pretty fair, unless he's talking about LeBron, who he worships. And it made sense when you look at the guy's story. He went to St. Vincent, like LeBron, a few years apart, right? But he's an alumni of the school. That, it's kind of like, I feel like certain schools is my school, right? Anybody that went to that school is my brother. That's what alumni do. And guess what? Right when LeBron was going to the Cleveland Cavaliers, the guy became a beat writer, right? The youngest beat writer in the NBA at the time. He was covering LeBron James. It was like a pair made in heaven. It's kind of like he rode LeBron James' coattail. Of course he did. That's what he's supposed to do. When the stars align for you, you ride it. And he rode LeBron's coattail, interviewing him. I thought he was LeBron's, friend. The way he talked about how great LeBron is, LeBron can do no wrong. So, fast forward the beef between Stephen A. and LeBron James. LeBron goes on a podcast, oh boy's podcast, McAfee.
Brian Windhorst on one of these shows not too long ago, like a clip.
Wendy.
Yeah, you played over high school.
Wendy, you guys played together in high school.
Yeah,
right? He was on your high school.
This guy was like, says he's like my best friend. These guys are just weird.
I have worked with Brian Windhorst for years. Never once did he say that LeBron was a best friend. A matter of fact, years earlier, it was LeBron who sat in front of the microphones and said, probably nobody knows me better than Brian Windhorst, who's been covering me since I was in junior high school. But that's how he talked about him. Brian Windhorst is an exceptional commentator who does a phenomenal.
And just for no reason that I can possibly see, blast Wendy. Oh, this guy's, he's so weird. He thinks I'm his best friend. Come on, really? Really? Come on. Wendy? When has he ever said that he was your best friend? I've never heard him say that. I've seen him admire you, admiration. That should be an example for these clowns that are running around defending somebody that they don't even know. Somebody that you haven't even praised, beyond belief, like Wendy has. If he can do that to Wendy, yeah, Lord knows what he'll do for you. But like I said, that's your business. My business is, this is my forum. This is my platform. I will say what I want on this platform. If you don't like it, change the channel. Like I've never thought I would ever agree with Stephen A. on a lot of stuff. But what he said about LeBron James was right on point. Was right on point. And like, hey, just like any man, like if LeBron ran up on me like that and started talking that crazy, I would have gave him a few choice words on his way out. And if he want to make something of it, we'll make something of it. Ain't nobody afraid to get their butt kicked. I know he would have kicked Stephen A.'s butt, because Stephen A. probably can't throw them things, and then, LeBron went and showed the video of Stephen A., doing uppercuts and trying to practice, and that was dirty. Like, come on. This is a media personality, okay? So you just digging up stuff on him. Okay, great. But it sounds like LeBron, you don't have a tough skin as like you pretend like you do, because Stephen A. is getting under your nerves, and he's got a platform too. He's going to use his platform and continue to use it, Now, as far as all the LeBronies, the Bronsexuals, the jabronis, whatever you want to call yourselves, amen. It's best that you just leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe so you can actually see the stuff as it comes through you live. Because I'm going to keep on keeping it real. Keep on keeping it real. You can change your channel. You can hit the like button. You can leave your comment. You can be part of the crowd. I know you want to be down. You want to be down like Brandy. But we're going to keep it real. I'm going to keep on coming with real talk. I'm going to let you know. You get out of pocket, we'll deal with it. Simple as that. I'm not tripping. So all that nonsense that y'all talking, you think I'm getting offended? Please. I have tougher skin than you can imagine. Let me tell you something. If you don't know about me, I when I played, I was that Devin Brooks. I got on your nerve. I was Pat Beverly. Yes. Except I had that, scoring power too, so I can give it to you. But I used to get, the other crowd. I used to hear monkey sounds at times. Monkey sounds. I've heard the N-word so much and so being cussed out by fans and all alike. So I have a tough skin. And I respect the game of basketball because I put in the work. At my low level, yes, my low level, I put in that work. Yeah. So when I tell you that, I can deal with it. Like I said, I used to bring the ball up and have, fans. Yeah, right. Fans, right? This is real talk. I have the videos. You hear all kind of hateful stuff. That's when men play basketball, not these. They might as well wear skirts, these days. Everybody flopping around. You barely touch them, and they flop to the ground. You touch somebody on the ribs, they out for 2 weeks. Nobody knows how to play through something. As soon as you bring it up, Oh, you old heads, you old heads. Oh, you want, no. We're a lot tougher than you youngins right now. You know, they'll be out for 2 weeks. You got a headache. Oh, I can't play. I can't play. My eyelashes got in my eye. I'm out for 2 weeks. Fake cast on my arm. Oh, I hurt my arm. I'm my own doctor. I can tell I'm gonna be out for 2 weeks. I just can't play for the next 2 weeks, especially when we got those opponents coming up. I don't want to see those opponents. That's what they do, selective sit-outs. Ironically, it's always those TV games where you know they got somebody coming at them like, yeah, come get some of this. That's when they get an injury bug. Where you clown fans that they be riding with these, you know, fake whatever you want to call them, you know. You want to ride with them. But just know that you clowning yourself. You know, you clowning yourself. And then don't get out of pocket and start trying to clown me because you think it's going to help. Psst. Boy, please. You know. All you can do is hit that like button, subscribe, because I'm going to keep on keeping it real. Partner, till next time.
Chest in an NBA Finals series against the Dallas Mavericks in 2011 when he went 4 straight fourth quarters. He averaged 2.2 points per quarter. 2 of those games, he didn't even score a point. 1 of those games, he didn't even attempt a field goal in the fourth quarter. That's a GOAT? Maybe it is to somebody else. It's not to me. It is what it is. We stand where we stand. You do what you do. I do what I do.
Please hit that like button and subscribe so we can keep bringing you real talk.
Let's go!